We live early. Well, it's early. Feel like it's early for me. It's actually late. When you working late, it's early. When it's late. But this is something I want to talk about. I'm the only one I know. I'm gonna keep it 100 a day on this when it comes to this situation. I know I'm gonna be the only one who keeps it 100 on this because the reason why we in this situation in the first place, I'm hearing people talk about Daniel Dubois versus Usyk right now. And let me tell you why that's a conversation for casuals. If you talking about Daniel Dubois versus Usyk today, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care who you is. You can be my family member. You're a casual. Because that's a fight that I was asking for yesterday. I wanted that fight to happen yesterday. Daniel Dubois versus Usyk. I didn't see Fury doing anything yesterday that was gonna be different from the first fight. From an entertainment standpoint, period. Now, if you wanted Fury to win for personal reasons, then that's why you wanted to see the fight yesterday. But I ain't seen nothing different from the first fight that was gonna happen yesterday. So a lot of people just overlooked the whole time Daniel Dubois. And if Daniel Dubois would have never beat Anthony Joshua anyways, they would have never been asking for Daniel Dubois to fight anyways. So let's be real. Daniel Dubois is a heavyweight who has 2 losses, and people overlooked him because he didn't beat a big name up until this point. So that's why a lot of people looked at it like, well, I'm not going, but they saying Daniel Dubois' name. If you're a real diehard boxing fan, you got to stop having the same talking points as casuals or guys who watch boxing once every 2 or 3 months. You cannot be doing that. You can't be doing that. Not if you want to look at yourself as a boxing expert. If you look at yourself as a boxing expert, you can't be having conversations that guys who only watch boxing 1 or 2 days out the year are having. And then people say, oh, man, you're a hater, man. You don't want to see Fury and Usyk have a rematch. You're a hater. Wilder had a rematch. He had a trilogy. Yeah, that's because a lot of people felt like he won the first fight after having 2 knockdowns. For some reason, he couldn't box, but he went 12 rounds the first fight with Fury. Then Fury gained him an extra 20 pounds the second and third fight, and I said, oh, man. And that didn't really register with a lot of people when I was like, oh, why is he doing extra 20 pounds now? Now we're going a little too far. This dude, he added 20 pounds. And that's what happens every time. Or if I have a draw, if I have a fight that looks like a loss, if I have a loss, let me gain 20 pounds and jump in the ring with this guy. He weighed the same amount of weight yesterday as he did against Ngannou. The man has had millions of excuses. People have passed off. Majority of the fans. Oh, he didn't work out for the Ngannou fight. He wasn't in shape. Then the last fight, oh, well, his dad was in the corner doing too much, and, we couldn't really spar like we wanted to. He had to cut, so we couldn't spar. The man has had so many excuses. This is what the industry, the fans, and the media, this was who they wanted to win all these years. And they've thrown my favorite fighters, like Wilder, under the bus when he was outweighed so much over these fights. Then you got guys coming in heavy, got guys cheating, got guys using things in fights with him. You seen guys like Fury ain't been knocking nothing out since he fought Wilder. Nothing really. The guys he has been knocking out been knocked out before. He was never in a threat to knock out Usyk. And we gonna talk. And now we got people talking about, yeah, well, gloves and everything. Now y'all want to talk about gloves. That was 4 or 5 years ago. It's over with. Only thing Tyson Fury did was embarrass this era of heavyweights. Now you got to consider Usyk a heavyweight so you won't get embarrassed. Dude's a cruiserweight that moved up. People will say, well, Evander did exactly this. Evander ain't never fought nobody this big. This big? How big Fury is? Lennox Lewis ain't this big. And y'all was talking about he was the greatest thing since Ali. Tyson Fury was the greatest fighter since Ali. I don't know why Ali name get disrespected all the time. They could have said Rocky Marciano or somebody. This man has gotten so many passes. People want to mention Daniel Dubois and a guy they called a quitter and didn't believe in all these years. Now all of a sudden Daniel Dubois got 3 good wins and everybody now, yeah, man, I'm a fan of Daniel Dubois. I think he the best heavyweight. You think Daniel Dubois is the best heavyweight since when? Since 2024? Because in 2023, everyone was calling him a quitter. I mean, Joseph Parker has had bigger wins, just as big wins as Daniel Dubois has. You can make a case he's had bigger wins than Daniel Dubois. Ain't nobody asking him to fight Usyk. Ain't Daniel Dubois supposed to fight Parker next? So y'all guaranteeing that Parker gonna get beat by by Dubois, right? Oh, okay. Okay. See, these narratives that people been pushing in boxing, it's gonna catch up to you. I told everybody, by the end of the year, it's gonna be a lot of upsets this year. All the trolling, we have too many grown men out here trolling in boxing, and it's catching up to them. They want to turn boxing into comedy hour. Ain't nothing funny no more today. This is the one person they should be having memes about. I ain't seen no memes on Tyson Fury. The man, let's be real, man. The man has been protected over the years. By fans, especially. They use Tyson Fury to disrespect Deontay Wilder. But then Tyson Fury loses to a cruiserweight twice, and he gets all the respect in the world. No disrespect towards him. No memes, no pictures, he can't box. I can make a case right now and say he can't box. And people will say, why would you say that? Michael Hunter did the same thing that Fury did against Usyk. Ain't nobody called Michael Hunter one of the best fighters of this generation. Michael Hunter did the same thing against Usyk that Fury did. If you really know boxing. The same Michael Hunter that beat Martin Bacoli. That everybody running around acting like he gonna just run through the whole heavyweight division. Same Martin Bacoli. Michael Hunter did the same thing against Fury. I ain't seen nobody running around talking about they want to see Michael Hunter fight somebody. And he fought him years ago. And he don't have the amateur background that a Usyk has. Where he's just been all over the place and had a whole country behind him, sponsoring him and everything else. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but in America, we got to figure it out. It ain't like how Fury and Usyk and all these other guys, they can go from trainer to trainer and specialist and this nutritionist and this program and that. We got sponsors for this. And the man just made $80 million yesterday in a loss. Yesterday. And then people saying Usyk saved the heavyweight division. How did he save the heavyweight division when he ain't helped build up the heavyweight division? How? So Anthony Joshua saved boxing and then Usyk saved the heavyweight division? Make it make sense. He didn't save nothing. He just had a decent fight. There was nothing to be saved about heavyweight division. It didn't need saving. It needed balance. He brought balance to the force, like Star Wars. That's what he did. We got Sith Lords and PED users running around parading as the best. Weight gainers. All kind of little tactics that ain't got nothing to do with the skills of boxing. The only thing Usyk did was confirm everything I've been saying. That's the only thing he said. Dude's been matching up with certain styles. Tyson Fury been struggling with southpaws since day one. Doesn't even want to try to fight certain southpaws to even fix it. That's one thing that all these boxing experts, you ain't gonna hear no boxing experts tell you that. If you hear anybody say that from this day forward, they got it from me. Because the man 36 and ain't nobody been saying it. The man struggled with southpaws. That's why Otto Wallin was putting hands on him. And that's why Joshua put Otto Wallin to sleep, because he don't struggle with southpaws. Imagine that Dubois was fighting Fury. Ain't that a fight we should have seen already? Daniel Dubois versus Fury? The guy from the same place. Ain't that a fight we should have seen already? The narrative's catching up. In boxing, if you're gonna push a narrative, you know what's crazy? All I'm saying is what everybody been saying over the years. I ain't making nothing up. Wilder had a draw with Fury. Dropped him twice in the first fight. Lost in the second fight. He said he had some issues. Man, I got some issues with this and this and this. Oh, he's complaining. He's using excuses. Tyson Fury has used 10 excuses. Now, people been saying Wilder's he's had excuses over the years. Okay, let's go down to excuses Tyson Fury has had just in the last 12 months. Didn't train against Ngannou, didn't take him serious. What else? The wife had a miscarriage. Had a cut in sparring, couldn't spar. His father did too much in the corner in the first Usyk fight. Lost the Usyk fight, the first fight, because they was at war in Ukraine. What else? I mean, there's so many excuses. I can't even keep up. The dog ate my homework, everything, and the fans just ran with it and ate it up. Yeah. Tyson Fury, yeah. He's right. Even if I don't agree with it, I'm a support that narrative. And then a lot of people say, no, I didn't. I don't support that. Well, guess what? Yeah, you do. Because when I say it, you get offended. So I know you do. You're offended now. So I know you are. I know you support that narrative. The man had a black eye against Ngannou, got dropped, and nobody said dropped any memes. And you wonder why fans like me run around accusing people of playing favorites? Saying this man was an exceptional, he's one of the best heavyweights. It's the way, the skills he has is just untouchable over the years. Oh my God, he has so much power. Look at what he's done with himself. The power Tyson Fury has, Wilder just couldn't take it. He can't box. Now, let me ask you a question. The man just went out there and couldn't do anything with a cruiserweight. Can he box? With all that size, he gaining weight and everything. So he got to gain weight to beat a cruiserweight. Can he box? Y'all act like you act like my eyes don't see what I've been seeing all these years. I remember when I used to watch UK fights and they used to boo Tyson Fury before he fought Wilder. They used to boo him. You don't believe me? Go pull up the footage. They used to boo him. He used to get booed. He used to get booed. His name was never brought up when they was talking about when Joshua Wilder was being talked about back in 2017 and 18. He used to get booed. Do y'all understand that? To the point where he had substance abuse problems and he retired. He used to get booed. And just so people could win an argument, they threw all that away and forgot about all that and tried to play dumb. Integrity, no integrity in boxing. But you gonna sit here. You gonna have to live with this one. And guess what? Called Daniel Dubois a quitter last year. Now you want Daniel Dubois? Why all the people that call Daniel Dubois a quitter won't speak up and say, man, I call him a quitter? Because they cowards. You think I want to hear a whole bunch of people that called Daniel Dubois a quitter last year talk about they want to see him in the ring with Usyk? No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear anybody talking about Daniel Dubois. Not right now, especially when it comes to that type of situation. No, I don't. I don't think you need to be talking about his next fight. You didn't believe in Daniel Dubois to the point where he was going. If you did, you would have had him jump in the ring this fight instead of having Fury jump back in there. Oh, well, he got a rematch clause and everything else. Got a rematch clause because he didn't believe. You do a one-off and that's it. One fight, that's it. This guy has been overhyped. Just so people can rub in the face that this dude was out here allegedly getting by with this Wilder stuff. Yeah, and ain't looked the same since. Ain't looked the same since. Couldn't get a cruiserweight on the ground one time. And what did he go back to? What did he go to? What was his adjustment yesterday that he made? Gaining 20 pounds and leaning on somebody. So now, do people know now why Wilder was tired in the second and third fight? It wasn't that he didn't have a chin because he kept getting up. Every man out here who's worried about Wilder's skinny legs over the years, you didn't notice that Tyson Fury was putting his heavy 300-pound body on top of him? Stu's, man. Every time Fury fights somebody close in his weight, like an Ngannou or somebody, 250, 260 against Usyk, 250, 260 against Wilder, he looks normal. That's a fact. That's not no hearsay. That's not no opinion. I don't say opinions on here. That's a fact. I say facts on here. I don't say feelings. That's a fact. Y'all have made so much money pushing fake narratives. Congratulations. All you did was give boxers straight to Turkey Al-Sheikh, who did a good job yesterday. That's all you did. Congrats. You won't see a good heavyweight fight in your country no more. Congrats. You blew it. Guess what? The last great heavyweight fight you are gonna see is Wilder. Congrats. A guy you said can't box. Congrats, America. You blew it. And guess what? Dubois is a champion, but guess what? You had to get Anthony Joshua out of the way for that. And they still talking about having Anthony Joshua and Fury. Like I said last year, and guess what? I announced that fight 9, 8, 10 months ago. And they're talking about it. So yeah. I don't have to announce that fight because I already did 10 months ago. I announced that fight in what, March? February, March? And said they were going to have that fight? So if you're noticing why I ain't posted a video yet, because I already did 10 months ago. People talking about this dude is a superb boxer. Where? How? If he had to fight guys his size, he wouldn't be nothing. And we sit up here and cry about Terrence Crawford, these other guys going up 15 pounds. But Tyson Fury, he's a heavyweight, 40 pounds over. I mean, that's what happens to heavyweights. 60 pounds over, why is people complaining? Why y'all complaining about Tank Davis going up 10 pounds then? Why y'all saying Tank Davis is a small guy? What if I say, man, Wilder a small guy? Why people gaining weight? Oh, man, you crying. You don't think he's good enough? Coward stuff that people talk about. Straight hypocrites in boxing. I don't respect it, man. I don't respect it. I don't know if y'all know, but every black dude don't think the same in America. I hope y'all know that. I'm 100 for real, for real. I'm really real. My opinion ain't gonna change because of no fight, who win or lose. I didn't care who won yesterday. Shoot, I was all right with Fury winning yesterday. I ain't got no problem with it. But it's just that y'all got a problem with who wins and who loses. Y'all want to sit up here and trash people who... So, y'all mad at me? Oh, okay, that's going to be your problem then. Dudes up here got to gain weight, have floppy gloves, and act like fans act like they don't know what's going on. That's the only reason I'm glad Usyk won yesterday. Cause these fans, they don't deserve none of that. None of that. Boxing has some of the worst fans because people sit up here and just play favorites and don't even want to say, man, I just want this guy to win. What's wrong with that? In football, when people watch the Cowboys and something, they just say, yeah, I just want the Cowboys to win. That's my team. That's what y'all do in boxing. Can't just admit that? What's wrong with admitting that you just want your team to win? Nah, they gotta take it a step further. Well, this guy can't box, and that's why he lost, because he can't box. Why did Tyson Fury lose to a guy twice? That's a cruiserweight. He can outbox a cruiserweight? And he's one of the biggest, most skilled heavyweights ever? The man that had a chance at this weight, that weight, he done had an excuse for this. His last 3 fights have been horrible. His last 3 fights have been some of the worst performances you will ever see. Dude got walked down by a cruiserweight twice. Couldn't do nothing with Ngannou, an MMA fighter. And Joshua saved his face card by knocking out Ngannou. Saved him. Y'all don't, I don't know if people know it or not. I didn't make this boxing channel so I could sit up here and try to basically make everybody believe what I'm saying. You ain't got to believe what I'm saying. I don't care about that. It's a lot of people who laughed at me and said, oh, this guy, you think, wow, oh, Wilder, you're a Wilder fan, he's trash. Bro, I was a Wilder fan before I even knew who he was and seen him box before, back in like 2009. They was like, it's this guy from Alabama knocking out people out here. I was like, what? They was like, yeah, he's going to the Olympics soon. I said, let me check him out. Because that's when America started trying to invest in trying to find a heavyweight boxer. People don't know, but it's hard to become a heavyweight boxer over here because people don't believe in you. They're not just grabbing black guys off the street and saying, yeah, we believe in you, man. We're going to put $5 million into you, and we're going to see how far we can take you. When nobody doing that. Y'all got to understand it. Look at the fights that Wilder had coming up. Look at the arenas he was fighting in. Look at the establishments he was fighting in. Look at the establishments Usyk was fighting in just 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 5 years ago. Usyk was in the same position. It doesn't matter what color he is. He was in the same position. You didn't hear what Usyk said recently? I didn't get famous until I fought Joshua. The man was 32, 33 years old. He didn't get famous until he was 32, 33. And he was already undisputed. The man was undisputed in boxing and wasn't even famous. What is boxing doing? This man was undisputed in boxing and wasn't even famous. What are you diehard boxing fans doing out here? You're trolling people. You're waiting on an American to lose and troll. It's getting disgusting out here. The only thing boxing is about right now is trolling Americans. If that's not going on, they're not enjoying themselves in boxing. It's been exposed already. Then you got people out here saying, Usyk got to do this, he got to do that, he got to do that. But we'll turn around and say Triple G and Canelo can do whatever they want in their career. But Usyk, he got to fight this person, he got to fight that person. You ever heard somebody say Joshua got to fight this person? Exactly, PD. Appreciate it. Sure did. Out of here. Walk them down again. What's going on, PD? Shout out to you, dog. You ever heard somebody say, well, Joshua got to go fight this person? Man, y'all cheated Wilder, man. And you know what pissed me off even worse? These people know how to score a fight. But if you go back and look at that Wilder first fight against Wilder, I went back and watched it. I think that was my second time watching. So I only watched Wilder versus Fury once. Twice. I went back and watched the first 2 or 3 rounds. I said, man, Wilder was jabbing better than I thought he was. And people say he ain't win none of these rounds. The only rounds he won was with the knockdowns. These people hate me, and they don't even know me. So most of y'all already know y'all gonna hate me before y'all even see me. Yeah, they still don't like Usyk, PD. They don't like Usyk. They don't like Usyk. They don't like Usyk. You didn't see a whole bunch of people yesterday saying, yeah, Usyk won. I told you. Yeah. You didn't see none of that. You know how when let me tell you something. So supposedly, Usyk versus Fury is supposedly supposed to be a bigger fight than Ryan and Devin Haney. But for some reason, you seen more people celebrating Ryan Garcia than they do Alexander Usyk, who's a 2-time undisputed champion that just moved up and fought one of the biggest heavyweights to ever walk the earth and defeated him twice. He just did some video game Marvel versus Capcom type of stuff. And for some reason, this dude just did some Dragon Ball Z stuff. And for some reason, he's not getting celebrated like that. You don't see a whole bunch of people running around and jumping up and down about Usyk winning. I just want to throw that out there since everybody, thought Usyk was going to win yesterday. Yeah, okay. Okay. He said Usyk is so disciplined and got guts to step up in there and to throw those combinations. That second and third punch to the body against a 300-pounder is crazy. Exactly. Never seen something like that before. A small guy step into somebody like that. And he stepped to him again yesterday. And he met Fury in the middle of the ring. By the time the 5th round came around, Fury like, nah, I'm out of here. Let me go back to these ropes. I'm like, wow. So you really gonna run back to the ropes with them extra 20 pounds you put on? You really gonna run to the ropes? And that's facts. Yeah, the dude, man, Usyk is the blueprint. Anybody coming up right now Whether you a 175, 155, whatever you is. That's the way you supposed to fight. And he didn't try to go for the knockout yesterday if he didn't get it. He said if the knockout don't come, yep, he got the Canelo body work and knows how to box. And know how to set it up. And another thing too, them feints. A lot of dudes don't be fainting like that no more. The way he was fainting, and a lot of guys don't faint like that. I don't care what weight class you at. A lot of guys do not faint that way no more. A lot of guys do not faint the way Usyk does. Usyk doesn't. He was fainting. He was using his arms, his hands. He was fainting with his hands, his arms, his legs. You didn't know which way he was gonna go. He was going to the right. He'll turn his shoulders. He'll lean to the left, lean to the right, duck his head. Usyk was fainting with. He was moving his head, moving his shoulders, his legs. Then you have people, man, come on, man. These people don't know how to score a fight still. They don't even know how to score a fight still. Until that get fixed, I'm just gonna keep saying that. Until the scoring get fixed from the fans, y'all gonna keep missing a good fight. And I'm gonna make a prediction too. Bitterbill gonna stop Bivol. Bitterbill is gonna stop Dimitri Bivol. Guaranteed. Bitterbill is gonna stop Bivol his next fight. Guaranteed. 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 Cause y'all doing the same thing to him y'all did to Usyk after the last fight. Well, it was a close fight, man. It could have went either way. I think that guy Bitterbill gonna be like, what? Y'all still asking me this question during fight week? I got this fight. We finna fight this week. And y'all talking about this dude won last time? Oh, I'm finna stop this guy. I just came off a meniscus tear, almost 40 years old, 39 years old. And y'all talking about I was struggling with this dude. I'm injured right now, fighting, and y'all talking about some. This guy going, he's, what? Yeah, man. Usyk was dominating, man. See, what people don't realize is Usyk didn't get really treated like the champion. So I already knew he had motivation going in. These dudes are going to get, man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, that's in February. That card loaded too. I think it's like February 15th, I think. Around there. Something like that. Might be it's like the middle of February. Yeah, I think it's like the middle of February or something like that. Yeah, it's like the middle of February. Yeah, I think it's like the middle of February. But I just look back at history, like things could be a lot more different. Like let's just say Tyson Fury would have never fought Usyk. Yeah. He don't care about fighting nobody next. He's like, hey, because he knows Usyk is in a position right now where he knows he wouldn't be doing what he doing right now without Turkey Al-Sheikh being involved. So he already knows, like, okay, it took me forever to get this Fury fight. I'm indebted to Turkey Al-Sheikh for what he's done as far as the scoring and everything else, and whatever Turkey Al-Sheikh wants to do, I'm definitely gonna do it. But what Usyk really wants to do is go back to cruiserweight. He wants to go back to cruiserweight, and he wants to win cruiserweight one more time, then retire. That's what he wants to do. But you know, when you do what the fans want you to do, you ain't gonna get appreciated like that. History proves that the guys who do what the fans ask them to do, they don't get appreciated. These guys who go out there and get dropped by MMA fighters, they get all the respect in the world. They get no disrespect. And I like Daniel Dubois. I'm telling you. I like Daniel Dubois. But I don't like a whole bunch of non-believers who was calling Daniel Dubois a quitter last year, sitting up here talking about, yeah, man, I need to see that Daniel Dubois fight. Why? Because Joshua got knocked out? If that's the case, throw Andrew Ruiz in there too. Throw all the guys in there that beat Joshua then. Because before he beat Joshua, when nobody talking about they wanted to see Usyk versus no Dubois ever. Yeah, he was just young to me, PD. I thought he was just young. Like ever since he fought Joe Joyce, when they threw him in there like 22, I'm like, man, what y'all doing? Y'all got him in there with. Yeah, I didn't like that, bro. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. I said something about that on live last night. I ain't like that. I thought that was. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. But I think I think Usyk already knew that though. Daniel Dubois was. Yeah, I didn't like that because Daniel Dubois had already called him out like 2 days ago. He was like, "I want to fight you. I want to fight you." And then Usyk came by, gave him a hug. I will say when Tyson Fury seen Daniel Dubois, said, "What's going on, champ?" I thought that was a pretty cool moment. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't the fans' fault. I mean, Tyson Fury don't speak for the fans. Well, it ain't Fury's fault that the fans push these narratives on everybody, but they don't understand it. Yeah, you saw that? Bro, that's why I was sitting up here telling everybody. I'm like, bro, what's that card Joshua got going on, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I wrote the little scores down I had, but I was like, bro, I don't know what's gonna happen, so let me just stay away from scoring this fight real quick. 10-10? Yeah, I'm like, when the zone do 10-10 rounds, man? Like, come on, man. I seen they did a 9-9 round one time. And I thought somebody got a point taken away. 10-10? Come on, man. I'm like, oh my God. He had Usyk winning, so I'm like, okay, I mean, that makes sense, but 10-10? What are you doing, dog? I didn't even see he put 10-10 in the 12th round. You telling me something new. He put a 10-10 round down in the 12th? I guess Joshua must have got a text from one of his cousins like, what you doing on TV with that scorecard? Joshua trying to be able to go back to the pub without getting some criticism. They gonna be like, what's going on with the scorecard you had, lad? Was that a 10-10? No. Man had a 10-10 round. But this is the thing that's gonna get me though. He said, that boy, man, for real. They talking about Joe Joyce. Shoot, they might have to check your boy. But you know what I do like about this PD though? These guys help bring back the heavyweight division though, as far as back to where it's at now. I will say that. I will say that. These guys help bring back the division. But the way they schedule these fights, if they wouldn't have been greedy and they would have waited until this year, Dubois could have possibly went out there and stopped Usyk this year. But these people are so greedy and money hungry sometimes. Instead of them waiting 12 months to let this dude fight Usyk, They like, nah, let's throw the boy in the ring with Usyk at 25. And you know why a lot of people ain't saying talking about that fight? And they talking about, yeah, well, I think that, bro, let me tell y'all something. You got people out here telling me that y'all think the boy won against Usyk, but you don't think Wilder won the first fight against Tyson Fury? Make that make sense. Make that, they got it. Y'all, that gotta be somebody supporting their country type of thing. What you mean? Yeah. Hey, PD, then he tore his ACL 8 months before that. 8 months, dog. This dude fought this man. Bro, this dude fought this man with a torn ACL. Who idea was that? When he signed up for the fight, I said, hold on. He fighting Usyk? No, he got a torn ACL? I said, this dude got a torn ACL? I'm like, but I'm not gonna lie though, the reason. Yeah. It just makes sense. Yeah, that's facts, PD. It just makes sense. Even Fury had said that. Hey, I need another year for this Usyk thing. See, Fury, he ain't dumb. He was like, hey, I need another year for this Usyk fight. Let me get my legs up under me real quick. I ain't fought nobody. He tried to use Ngannou as a tune-up. He like, I ain't fought nobody. Let me get my legs up under me. I'm like, okay, he's smart about it. He ain't just gonna jump into no Usyk fight. That makes sense. That ain't make sense. But I think, to be honest with you, I think a lot of these guys, if they had to change one thing, they would change the trainers they had. They would change the trainers they had. If you just look at it, Usyk and a lot of other guys have had better trainers over the years. Sugar Hill is trash. Sugar Hill is trash. And I like the Sugar Hill game. He done took the first rap group I ever heard about and turned that name into Sugar Honey Iced Tea. That's what his name should be, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Yeah, I don't like these guys switching up trainers and all this other stuff. Like, we got Pop Dirty and came to the States. Yeah, exactly. That's where everything started changing up. Yeah, a lot of guys was popping over there. And the UK fans, they keep it 100 about the doping and everything. They don't like PEDs over there in the UK. I don't know if everybody knows this. That's an American thing. The UK does not associate with these PEDs. They don't like fighters who use PEDs. I don't know if everybody knows that. They don't like that. They don't like the PED users. They don't like the PED users. I've heard more people from the UK call Tyson Fury a cheater than anybody else. They don't like the UK. They don't like the PED users. Matter of fact, I put some money down on a guy one time, and they was like, "Hey, that guy uses PEDs." I'm like, "Whoa, this guy's from the UK though." They was like, "I don't care. He's a PED user." And come to find out, they were right. I said, "Geez, I gotta ask you guys next time." Over here in America, they lead me astray over here. Yeah, what's that guy? The one coach that Al Bashir, the black guy that Usyk used. They said it was his first coach. People should have worked with that guy. If I was Joshua, I would have worked with that guy. Worked on some more fundamentals and stuff like that. You know, every trainer is not good for you. I thought Joshua did a good job with Robert Garcia. I thought so. But when I looked at it yesterday, they need some different kind of trainers over there. I know they're trying to use the same guys, but I've seen a lot of guys that Ben Davidson has worked with is trash. Been getting outboxed. And I ain't just talking about Joshua versus Dubois. I'm talking about some other guys. They got some trainers over there that need work. that people do not need to be working with right now. They need to get some other trainers. The training has to improve. Has to. You're gonna get in front. You can't knock out everybody. Once you get in front of somebody, you got a box, it's gonna look bad. But the only thing we did get out of this whole situation from Turkey Usyk is balance, cheaper pay-per-views, more exciting fights. We actually got exciting heavyweight fights now. He's kept the heavyweight division alive. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Turkey Usyk didn't step in, the heavyweight division was gonna die again, because they wasn't gonna sacrifice their best fighters to keep the division going. I don't want to take this risk, so I don't want to put this guy in the ring with this guy. We already see all the moves they're making. Oh, let's do a trilogy. Let's do a rematch clause. Bro, I was telling y'all, it goes back to my point I was saying. PD speaking facts, though. Fury should stay with his original coach. But I was trying to tell y'all, just do one fight, no rematch, and you'll be able to get guys like Dubois and be able to get Usyk up out of there. Now you're going to let Dubois go through a tough fight with Parker. Try to get out there with Usyk, and he going to keep more. He said that 19 on the real deal. Yeah, he did. Yep, man, he the real deal, buddy. He the real deal, buddy. I'm telling you. Hey, I can't lie to you. He the real deal. He's the real deal. He's the real deal. Man, that boy got some balls. Hey, I'm telling you, the way he went out there, you got to think about it. The way he even walked to the ring, it was just, man. And and then look, act like it was nothing. And that's a guy that Hergovic just knocked out. That was a guy Hergovic knocked out last year. And Hergovic couldn't get that guy out of there till the 12th round. Man, he the real deal, man. They been hyping that guy up, man. I've been hearing people come to my channel, hey, you need to check out Moses, check out Moses, check out Moses. I'm like, who? They're like, check out Moses. Check out Moses. I'm like, all right, man. Y'all, I said, this dude 19, man. Check him out, man. I'm telling you. And I posted a picture yesterday. Well, not yesterday, Friday. And I said, is this the next great heavyweight? It's still on my community page. Man, they said, man, check this guy out, man. I'm telling you. He's a real deal. Bro, he's a real deal, man. Like right now he is. Like I'm going to tell you, PD, right now he is, compared to what I'm seeing from his age group. He gotta be. His hand speed, just look. If you look at his hand speed, I didn't like that he be dropping his right hand. Like you were saying, you can't give him credit against the karate fighting dude. Yeah, I see. That's facts though. Yeah, I understand what you're saying on that. But I'm not gonna lie. In 5 years, he could possibly give the boy that work. Cause the man, he ain't really got no muscles on him. He's not really fully developed like that. He get in the ring, he get in the gym with somebody. If I was him, I'd try to get somebody like Joshua after he retire. Be like, hey man, let's try to work on my body and get some pause, but work on my body and try to get some, muscles. See if I can build my muscles up like Joshua or something. I would try to hire Joshua or something, man. As a strength and conditioning guy. And he'll be unstoppable. Jared Anderson better do something. Cause the way his hand speed was yesterday, hey, it wasn't even the knockout power that impressed me with him. It was the hand speed. I said, man, he's fast. Y'all sure he big enough for that weight class? Man, he's the real deal. And you gotta think about it. He wasn't gonna be the main event. I mean, co-main event too. He need to go spar, Yeah. True. True. That's facts. That's facts. That is true. That's real talk. That is true. You say you think the boy has a chance at beating Usyk in a rematch? Yeah, I think the boy has a chance of beating Usyk anytime. I think the boy has had a chance to beat Usyk anytime. I think the boy has a chance to beat anybody anytime. The boy just a young guy. I just didn't. My thing about the boy was I didn't know if he was gonna be ready at the age he's at. That's all it was. The thing about the boy was never about skill with any of us. Yeah, he needs to become Usyk's sparring partner and work with Usyk or something like that. Yeah, man. If I was him, I'll try to work with anybody. He sparred Tyson Fury. If you look at the sparring photo he got with Tyson Fury, he was putting hands on Fury. He sparred Fury though, PD. He been sparring Fury. And the picture I posted, it looked like he been putting hands on Fury. That boy ain't have a scratch on him. Put the picture up so y'all can see it. Looked like he was putting hands on Fury. Yeah, Moses is a dog. Look at Fury's face and look at his. Fury was getting touched up in that sparring, boy. You said Fury should fight Joshua. Oh, Fury can fight a lot of people. It's just that the fans don't want to see Fury get deleted up out here. Fury can fight a lot of yeah, he do look small, but man, he like 6'3", I think. I said the same thing, man. Hey, I don't think size matter in this case. Yeah, Fury. If people don't want to see Fury fight nobody, no real heavyweight. Ain't nobody saying Fury should fight the boy. Think about that. Fury just lost. He should be trying to get a belt back right now. Ain't nobody saying, hey, Fury should fight the boy next. Now, nobody want to see Fury get Don't nobody want to see Fury get destroyed out here. Fury just fought for undisputed. He should be trying to fight somebody like the boy or something. They don't want to see Fury. That's why I said Fury should have never got a rematch. If anybody should be going to fight another guy who got a belt, it should be Fury. They don't want to see Fury in that situation. They like, yeah, let's see Fury fight Joshua. Ain't nobody gonna say, let's see Fury fight the boy. That's the type of guy I am. I'm like, hey, I want to see Fury fight the boy. I want to see, we got too many heavyweights. What's going to happen is it's going to be a whole bunch of guys that's going to retire in the next couple of years. And they're not going to fight other heavyweights. And it's just going to go like that. You're going to look back at certain heavyweights' resumes and going to be like, man, Usyk fought everybody. Tyson Fury, not so much. Joshua, not so much. But these other heavyweights, yeah, they fought everybody. Or tried to fight everybody. But as far as, I don't know, it's just the Dubois thing. The man was called a quitter last year. I don't like people fanning out over a couple of wins and changing their whole thinking. I don't like that. Even after Dubois beat Big Baby Miller, people said, well, you know, he still quit in the Usyk fight, so he has to redeem himself. Like, who are you? Like, he got to redeem himself. Oh, please don't ask that guy to fight nobody big next year. And what do you know? People like, yeah, I want to see him fight Usyk. Why is he the only guy with 2 losses who had the privilege of fighting Usyk? You understand what I'm saying? You can make a case that say, nah, he ain't supposed to get. What about Bacoli? People been talking about Bacoli. People talking like Bacoli ready right now. Put him in there with Bacoli. Put Usyk in the ring with Bacoli. That's what I would say. People said Bacoli is the guy. See, that's when it's gonna get real right there. Like people talking about Bacoli over the next couple of years. Bacoli gonna have to fight a guy like Moses. That's when it's gonna get real. I hope everybody ready. Start your engines. Watch out when those guys have to fight each other. Dubois has to fight Bacoli. That's what I'm waiting on. As far as anything Daniel Dubois does right now, it's extra credit. And then a lot of people thinking that I know he's supposed to fight Parker next, so that's not a guaranteed win unless everybody think it is now. It's not a guaranteed win. Nah, McCauley ain't fighting Gunner. Whoever told you that is passing fake news. Whoever said that is passing fake news. That's definitely not the... Nah. Yeah, whoever said that passing fake news. That's a fake news channel. I hope they ain't one of them AI boxing channels that's saying that. Nah. And Gunner say he's only gonna fight Wilder or Fury again, but nah, he wouldn't. Nah. I don't know who said that. I mean, the boxers literally tell you who they gonna fight next or who they want to fight. Whoever said that, that's definitely fake news. That's why we can't never get fights done. They be passing out too much fake news out here. Yeah, these boxers literally tell you who they want to fight or who they would fight next. Even Moses, I already know who he trying to fight next. I already know who Moses is trying to fight next. And I'm gonna probably make that video today. Yeah, I already know who Moses wants to fight. He's trying to be the youngest champion, so I know who he wants to fight. But nah, Daniel Dubois right now, nah, not Johnny Fisher. Somebody way better than that. But yeah, it's just hilarious though, man. I love boxing. I love boxing. I love it. I love boxing. Like people think it's easy to actually get a YouTube channel and start talking about boxing. No, it's not. Bro, you really have to be unbiased when you do this stuff. You really have to. You have to watch what you say. You know how good it feels right now to know that I ain't called Daniel Dubois a quitter last year? And I literally did a post-fight. You can go back to my post-fight on Dubois and Usyk. I literally did not call the man a quitter. I knew he came off a torn ACL, and I knew he was 25. Now, at that time, people didn't say that Daniel Dubois, he fought Usyk at 25 years old. Nah, PD, you know I'm worse, bro. You know I'll be bad. Nah, you good. I've heard you talk about it. Like I said, bro, you can post your old videos that you had 4 or 5 years ago, and that'll be talking about everything that's going on now. I heard PD talking about Terrence Crawford going to 154 like 7 years ago. Oh, that is PD Crack, man. Bro, he was talking about Terrence Crawford going to 54 like, that was 10 years ago? See what I'm saying? So his videos are, I have nothing like that on my channel. He can post those videos he has from 10 years ago talking about the stuff that's going on now from Fury and all these guys. Joshua. He's definitely predicted that. But I will say the UK fans was right about Moses. Everybody who was a UK fan that was hyping up Moses, you were exactly correct. You were exactly correct. Exactly correct. They was right about Dane Dubois, but the quitter stuff I just didn't agree with. Now you could say that you could say Davis quit yesterday or whatever because he turned around and said I can't do it no more against Boychuk. That's a situation, but I just always thought Dane Dubois was early, man. I'm not too hard on these young guys like that. That's one thing about this channel. I try not to go in on the young guys because I know it can be a situation like Dane Dubois. If you're a fan of boxing, please, if you want to learn anything about boxing, stay away from judges acting like these young guys are a complete product, like they're a finished product. Do not do that. If these guys are 24 and under, 25 and under, you said who's the best fighter of this era? Right now, gotta be Usyk. Oh, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Porco. Right now, it has to be Usyk. Right now, it has to be Usyk. It has to be. I mean, it has to be Usyk. It has to be. Y'all know Terrence Crawford, basically my favorite fighter, one of my favorite fighters. It has to be Usyk. It has to be. The reason why it has to be Usyk, I mean, the man went straight into, he fought one heavyweight before he fought Chisora. He fought Chisora. People said he looked bad. He went out, looked better against Joshua. Then he fought Joshua again. Then he comes back, fights Dubois. Then he fights Fury. Then he fights Fury again. And this is after everything he did at cruiserweight. By the time he left cruiserweight, he was already that guy. Now, Bud go out here and finish Canelo. I think him and Usyk gonna be best of this era together. I think him and Usyk gonna be known as the best together. It's gonna be a situation like I think they could be the best together. They be both back at one. 154 is dangerous. Terrence Crawford do anything at 154. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Terrence Crawford fighting at 154 is probably harder than going up to fight Canelo. The way Boychuk did Davis yesterday, that 154 division, I realized yesterday, well, I already knew this, but at 154, most of those guys have almost 100% KO rate at 154. Like, almost every fighter at 154 has almost 100% KO rate. Those are guys that are actually in your career. You won't be able to walk again and fight some of those guys. You know, it's a lot of guys that are in your career. They'll end everything, your existence. They'll snap you like Thanos. It's a lot of guys at 154 and you got to think about it. All these guys was at Charlo's. All these guys was in the division when Charlo was there last year. Yeah, man. Yeah, I heard a couple of those guys cutting down from 175. Shoot, this guy's cutting down from 180, PD. Shoot, it's a lot of guys cutting down from 75, 80. People think Madrimov a small guy. Madrimov is, I don't know if people know it or not, Madrimov is bigger than Canelo. I don't know if people know that or not. Madrimov is bigger than Canelo. The man used to fight at 168. The dude, matter of fact, it's guys that's top 5 at 168 right now that Madrimov beat up already. So the power that Virgil Ortiz finna feel, it ain't like Boychuk. You know what I'm saying, last fight. Even though Madrimov's a lot more solid from the ankles, the feet, the legs, everything. He's a lot more solid from his lower body all the way up. That's why he was looking at it like, oh, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to cut weight against Boychuk, and I'm gonna have to cut weight against Virgil Ortiz. Nah, I'm gonna just fight Virgil Ortiz because that's gonna be too much weight cutting. But man, if Terrence Crawford, if fans were smart, they would say, yeah, Terrence Crawford just stay at 54. But it's kind of late in his career though. If they was actually smart, they would have started that last year. Terrence Crawford could have fought undisputed last year against Charlo, and they could have actually had that going. But like Bakaram, all these guys, that's why I say, when people say, oh, this fighter ain't good enough, bro, y'all don't know how many fights the fans have destroyed by saying He said, "Bud, oh my bad, Porco. What you said? Bud beats Canelo, goes undisputed. Will he take the top spot? He has to, I think. I think I would share it with Usyk. I'm not, even though I'm a bigger fan of Terrence Crawford. I'm not moving to Usyk off that #1 spot. I wouldn't do it. Now to actually include Inoue in that conversation, y'all see how disrespectful that was. Now y'all see why I've been saying people who've been including Inoue in that conversation is very disrespectful. They had Inoue over Usyk before this year started. I don't want to hear about no Inoue over Usyk. That is the most disrespectful thing. I don't care what media member, what boxing expert says this. That was the most disrespectful thing they ever could have did. What does Usyk have to do? He got to beat the whole heavyweight division and cruiserweight division to be included with Inoue? Who is Inoue to the point where Usyk got to bow down to him? #3? They had Usyk #3. Some people didn't even have Usyk #3. They had him #6, #5. On pound for pound, that's why I said pound for pound needs to cease to exist. I think they need to burn that list. I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all go look at the old pound for pound list that they had the last 5 or 10 years, they've been bad. They've been wrong. They had Usyk #10 after he became cruiserweight undisputed. He was #10. That guy was #10. They had Triple G like #2, #3 after a loss, after a draw. After the Canelo draw, he was like top 5. And Usyk was like 10. And you got to think about it. Triple G's been in the same weight class his whole career. So these media members, they've been kind of blocking a lot of this stuff. Turkey Al-Sheikh is exposing these media guys. Not really the fans, because the fans, you know, they learn a lot from newspapers and stuff like that. Same way I did when I was a kid. But to be honest with you, the reason why I actually started this channel is because when I was in high school and stuff, I used to read newspapers and everything on boxing. And these guys wasn't telling the truth. They used to just put out fake news and narratives all the time about how good somebody is and how good somebody ain't. And it just got annoying. I'm doing this for a different reason. You know what I'm saying? Different than what everybody else is doing. A lot of people just doing this to get paid. I'm doing this for the sport of boxing. I'm doing this for guys like Usyk, Dubois, Moses, because he might slip up and get caught one day, and they going to say he a hype job. And he going to have to build himself back. This is a heavyweight division. I only take one. Look at Jared Anderson. They was hyping up Jared Anderson. Now they saying he a bum. I ain't tell y'all to say he was better than Wilder and everything else. That's what they was doing. So that's why I'm actually doing this channel mostly, so guys can get the credit they deserve. Like a guy that got robbed last night, Dave Allen. That's a guy who I like personally as a heavyweight. I seen him have some kind of struggles outside the ring as far as retiring and not believing in himself. I ain't gonna say not believing in himself, but just having personal issues outside the ring and inside the ring business. Every boxer in the UK is not getting the same kind of support that everybody think they are. Everybody don't believe in every heavyweight that's in the UK the same. Dave Allen was one of those guys. He was one of the reasons I watched the undercard last night. Yeah, he fought a big dude too. Fought a real big boy. So, you know, I watch boxing for different reasons. I like the underdogs. If you notice on my channel, I like to root for the underdogs. I like the guys who's not really getting shown out there like they supposed to. I can't post every boxer, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a machine. I'm only one guy. I can't post every guy, but if I can go live for their fights or something like that, I'll try to do that. But you know, a lot of these people, they won't make business decisions in boxing and the favorites and, well, I'm invested in this guy, so like this guy gonna have to win and I don't have to take, hey, you gotta do that. When I put a bet down and I lose a bet and I lose my money, hey, that's me believing in my investment. So when you're a boxing promoter, if your investment loses, you're gonna have to take that loss. That's a whole nother conversation though. I don't want to take into that conversation, but When they have these guys and that's hyped up and they end up losing, hey man, you got to be able to pick a good talent. You can't choose this guy or have this guy favorite to win because, oh, well, I invested this much money. That's a talent. You're supposed to be able to pick talent and believe in it. If your talent, the guy who you believe that he lost, that's the loss that you deserve to lose. You don't deserve to profit off that investment because you made a mistake or you made the wrong matchmaking. Hey, you got to have the talent to matchmake right. Y'all already matchmaking the same. The rankings don't really mean nothing these days, or the mandatories. So you got to be able to matchmake well and know what you're doing. That's why I respect what Frank Warren did. Frank Warren said, man, I'm going to stick this young guy here with Dibsy McKean. I'm going to see what he do. Forget it. He's 19. Let's make it happen. I can respect that. Now, you might want, I ain't going to say nothing bad about Frank Warren. Eddie Hearn, I don't agree with everything he does, but people say, man, all Eddie Hearn fighters lose. Good. That means he ain't robbing a lot of people then. Good. That means somebody ain't get robbed then. If his fighter lost, that means he ain't robbing nobody. That means Eddie Hearn said, well, I'm going to take this loss. I'm going to fix it next time. Because Eddie Hearn could have said, you know what? That Usyk and Usyk and Joshua fight was close the second time. I'm going to give it to Joshua. He could have did that. But he took that loss. Over here in America, they better clean it up. They better clean it up because guys are getting better over there. They know over there, hey, a lot of these guys over here, they fight like, man, if I lose, if it's close, I know I'm going to get the edge, so it don't really matter. They got to quit hyping these guys up until they're ready. That's the thing about us. We ain't really putting guys in the ring like that to even, and then a lot of guys don't even like each other, so they not sparring each other over here like that. The older guys ain't sparring with the younger guys. They jealous. Over here, you got Tyson Fury sparring younger guys, getting them ready. It's different over there. It's a different culture. That's why boxing culture over there is getting better. That's why younger guys like Moses last night was able to get the job done because he's already been in the ring with somebody better than Dibsy McKean. As people said recently, he was sparring. I thought he was sparring. I forgot who they said. I thought it was Okoli or somebody. Now somebody told me he was sparring Dubois. It's a different name every time, so I don't know. I guess he sparred everybody at 15. But he's nothing but a David Benavidez. David Benavidez was doing the same thing that Moses Atama was doing. But guess what? Moses Atama is getting praise for what he's doing. And David Benavidez is getting backlash in America for doing the same thing Moses is doing. Moses Atama is a David Benavidez. David Benavidez was sparring Triple G at like 15, 14 or something like that. And now, if you look at it, this is Benavidez trying to fight Canelo. And they won't let it do it. They won't let him do it. They protecting certain guys and won't put them in position. Certain young guys just won't get in position. They'll fight anybody. But they trying to protect investments and stuff over here like that, and it's not going to push the sport forward. It's definitely not. It just won't. I don't know if we had a Daniel Dubois and Joshua over here, an American version of that yet. In my eyes, we really haven't had that yet. The closest thing is these older guys, but I'm talking about a young guy jumping in and fighting somebody who is one of the top guys in this country. We're not doing that right now. So we can't even find out who's the best over here. We way behind. We're so far behind right now, we don't even realize it. A lot of people don't even realize how far behind we actually are when it comes to the development of boxing. Their amateur backgrounds and everything else is starting to get worse. A lot of guys boxing with no amateur background. They don't have no experience. They're fighting undersized guys. When I seen the guys that Jared Anderson was fighting, I'm like, this dude fighting bridgerweights. How is he going to jump in the ring with a heavyweight? He just fought a bridgerweight earlier this year. He fought a guy that was like under 6 foot or something like that. I forgot how tall is Riyad Murray. Riyad Murray. He fought Riyad Murray. From Belgium. How tall Riyad Murray is? Riyad Murray is 5'11". Riyad Murray is 5'11". And last year he weighed 217 pounds. At heavyweight, or at bridgerweight, he weighed 217 pounds. So Riyad Murray's been 200 pounds his whole career until 2022 and 23. He went up to 217, then he went to 229 and 230 this year. At 5'11", Jerry Anderson fought him with 16 fights. And Moses Atama just fought Dempsey McKean, a guy who gave Hrgovic a tough fight and almost went 12 rounds with him, got stopped in the 12th round. That ain't getting our heavyweights ready over here. You're going to get destroyed like that. And that's what happened with the Upper fight. I wasn't surprised about that. He's not ready. He's fighting bridgerweights. We are so far behind when it comes to the development of heavyweights and everything else. We're trying to have guys skip the line and, well, it's a big name. Okay. When you get in the ring with a real dog, you're going to end up losing. And that's what you're seeing. But we need guys like Daniel Dubois over here where you can start off early and fight a Joe Joyce, see how good you are, build yourself back up, but they're not doing that. So I like when Frank Warren and people do that. They need to do that more over here. Sometimes you got to put a guy in there early. But that's why a lot of times I say, hey, we don't need to put these guys in there with. People don't understand when I say that, hey, I don't want to see this guy in the ring with this young guy in the ring with a guy yet because they ain't ready. They're not fighting nobody yet. Jared Anderson fought Charles Martin and almost got stopped in the last round. Matter of fact, he was very hurt. If you go back and look at that fight, at the end of the fight with Charles Martin talking to him and hugging him, this dude is knocked out on his feet. He don't know where he's at. That dude was out on his feet at the end of the fight. He's like, huh? He was out of there. His legs was wobbly and everything. But they don't know, man. This division in the heavyweights, it's back to where it needs to be. Guys like Fury helped build it up. I can't say he didn't. I mean, at least he did fight Wilder. That kind of brought things back because before that, we didn't have no big heavyweight fight. But they ain't gonna give my dog Wilder no credit at all. That's the sad part about it. They ain't gonna give him no credit. None at all. No credit. None at all. Heavyweight boxing been in Europe for 15 years. As soon as Wilder showed up, now everybody like, yeah, well, we had this guy and that guy. Come on, man. Stop it. Like, we can't even be honest about that. Okay. But the thing I wanted to talk about the most was when people say Canelo can do whatever he wants. Now, let me ask everybody a question. When you look at Canelo's resume, and this is just across the board in boxing, everybody says this in boxing. Canelo can do whatever he wants. He don't really have to fight this guy or that guy. He's done enough in boxing. At 34 years old, I think he's 34, they're saying that Canelo's done more in boxing than Usyk at 37. So Usyk can't do whatever he wants, but Canelo can do whatever he wants. How are we going to grow the sport of boxing like this? This is why we needed Turkey Al-Sheikh. When people say, man, why is Turkey Al-Sheikh involved? And he's doing this. He was accused of playing favorites. Exactly. Not holding the belts. Hey, it's a wrap now. And then another thing too, PD, you know this more than anything, PD. As soon as somebody say, hey, man, that's the guy Canelo fought. Have y'all noticed that a lot of guys that Canelo fought, they don't really get back in the tough fights after they fight certain people? Like, look at Charlo. We still waiting on Charlo to fight somebody. Yeah, Floyd wasn't doing all that. Floyd said, I just drop him. And was still fighting tough competition. Oh, yeah. Petey out. Come on, man. You know I agree with that. Bro, Tank is done. I'm gonna be honest with you. PD. After what Keyshawn Davis just did, Tank's done. Tank's done, bro. Tank done. He's done. The worst thing Tank could have did was let these young guys get older. He's done. He's done, bro. He's done. He's done. After that Devin Haney situation, now people can't sit around and say, I want to see Haney. See, people can't use Haney name to promote a Tank no more. Yeah, man, Wilder ain't have to do none of that. Wilder could have fought at cruiserweight and knocked out everybody and just retired. You know what I'm saying? Wilder didn't really have to fight at heavyweight. Wasn't nobody really talking about Joshua and versus Fury before Wilder started getting involved, Porco? That's my only point about it. When Wilder said he was gonna fight Tyson Fury, people said, man, nobody want to see that fight. That dude ain't that good. People were saying Tyson Fury wasn't even a good fighter when Wilder said he was gonna fight Tyson Fury the first time. Wilder said, I'm gonna fight Tyson. Think about this. Wilder said, I'm gonna fight Tyson Fury since Joshua doesn't want to fight me. And people were still saying that Wilder was ducking Joshua. I'm gonna go to my grave screaming about that all the time because people started. I'm gonna tell you something else too. Go to your favorite YouTube channel right now, and go look at the date when the channel got made, and the channel got made when Wilder was boxing. When Wilder and Fury started boxing, this is when most of these YouTube channels actually started creating YouTube channels. It wasn't no big fights going on 2017, 18, 19. A lot of these people made YouTube channels just based off of what Wilder did in boxing. It's men right now on YouTube that's making money off of boxing because of what the attention Deontay Wilder brought to boxing. It's men right now feeding their families off of what Wilder did with fighting Tyson Fury, being outweighed like he was. That's just a fact. Most of these boxing channels, their biggest videos is Deontay Wilder. These guys don't have real fan bases. That's not me being emotional about it. That's a fact. I know this. As soon as Fury and Wilder 1 started, that's when everybody said, oh man, boxing is back, boxing is back, boxing is back. But then they'll tell me, well, Fury beat Klitschko and this guy beat Klitschko. Okay, why wasn't boxing back then? Y'all wasn't saying boxing is back then. Heavyweight boxing is back. I mean, all these heavyweights have been around except Dubois and this Moses guy. Everybody else has been around already. But Coley, I think he was at what, cruiserweight or something? I don't know where he was at earlier. And he's only like 32, whatever. But they weren't saying boxing back then. But if you look at it, most of these guys, their biggest video was Deontay Wilder. And they created a YouTube channel around when Deontay Wilder started boxing. They didn't create their YouTube channel when Floyd was boxing. Y'all know that. It wasn't a lot of boxing channels when Floyd was boxing. You know why? Because it wasn't that many boxers to talk about it around that time. It just wasn't. And whether people want to realize it or not, UK boxing built most of their heavyweight attention off of Wilder, not Fury and Joshua. They wasn't talking about Fury versus Joshua in 2017, 16, 18, 15. These guys was boxing back then, 19, 20. They wasn't talking about those two guys. They was talking about Wilder versus Joshua. And that's just a fact. But for us not for my country not to get no respect for what we done for boxing, nah. Them days over. Them days over. Them days all the way over. Especially with the way Joshua been getting hit upside the head lately. Those days are over. Do y'all hear me? Joshua couldn't even box Dubois better than the way Wilder boxed Fury better than Joshua boxed Dubois. Think about that. Has you heard anybody say Joshua can't box? Wilder boxed Fury better than Joshua boxed Andrew Ruiz. And you know what people been saying all these years? Wilder can't box. If he can't box, what Joshua can do? He got outboxed by Andrew Ruiz and he got outboxed by Daniel Dubois. And those are two guys who ain't no exceptional technical boxers. I mean, that's the same Daniel Dubois who went 12 rounds with Big Baby Miller. Right? He was already. Joshua resume ain't that good. What's the best win he got is Ruiz. His resume is the best win he got is Ruiz. To be honest with you, in the last 8 years, 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years. But people say Wilder can't box though. Joshua can't box, bro. He got outboxed by guys that Parker. He possibly got outboxed by Parker. I thought Parker won that fight. If we being honest, the same thing Joshua did against Parker, the same thing Wilder did against Parker. And come to find out, Wilder had a broke arm when he was fighting Parker. The man just found out he had a broke arm. That he fought Zhang and Parker with a broke arm. So the next time he fights, we're going to figure out if I know boxing or not. And this is a man who never uses excuses. Well, they said the heavy suit excuse. And then they said the gloves, the cheating gloves, the PEDs. Oh, that's an excuse. Okay. And how has Tyson Fury looked since then? Since Wilder said all that? He looked like he can't knock out a cruiserweight. So y'all telling me that Daniel Dubois, he can drop, Daniel Dubois can drop Usyk, but Fury can't? Man, put Fury in the ring with Daniel Dubois. He'll get put to sleep. Let's be real. That'll show you right there everything I'm talking about. Yeah, Ruiz messed him up, PD. He was done. I felt like he wasn't that good, though, after that Parker fight. After Parker, I was like, yeah, Parker should have won that fight. He ain't that good, man. But he went in protection mode, though. Struggled with Jermaine Franklin, who should be involved right now. Jermaine Franklin should be involved with a lot of these fights that happened yesterday. They should have had Jermaine Franklin out here fighting somebody. But they know Jermaine Franklin a threat. They say heavyweights in America ain't that good, but Jermaine Franklin was working a 9 to 5 before he fought Anthony Joshua. Because a lot of these people they don't believe in American heavyweights like everybody thinks. A lot of the heavyweights we got in America, they had to work regular jobs while they're boxing. From Wilder to Jermaine Franklin, all these guys. I think the first person they really invested in was Jared Anderson, but he ain't fought nobody. Ruiz was somebody that PBC had to pick up after he went to the distance with Parker. So we really never had anything going on to the point where people actually believed in what we did. If any boxer done anything in America, you got to get it on your own. The country doesn't believe in our fighters. America doesn't believe in our fighters. A lot of these people ain't even from America. So I'm just keeping it real. A lot of these people ain't even from America, so they don't believe in a lot of these fighters over here anyways. That's why if you hear American fighters, they mostly get booed in the ring. That doesn't happen in any other countries. These dudes get booed in the ring very badly all the time. Whether it's Floyd Mayweather, Ali, or whatever. They don't believe in these guys over here. So to say one of these guys got cheated and people don't believe it, they're like, oh, well, okay. But it's going to catch up to you one day, and that's what happened with Joshua. They tried to have Joshua skip the line all these years, and it caught up to him. And I'm not sitting back celebrating it. I just knew it was going to happen. You can't skip the line in boxing and think that you're going to be at your best. That's why Usyk, he never skipped the line. He built himself up. Let me fight Chisora. Let me fight Joshua. Usyk didn't say, let me go straight into a Joshua fight. I know I can beat him right now. He said, nah, let me get 2 fights at heavyweight. Then I'll fight Joshua because I respect his boxing ability. And I don't know if I'm ready for him. I know I'm undisputed, but that doesn't mean anything. Ain't Usyk a gold medalist? So people got to understand, man, when heavyweight division ain't just about knockouts. Oh yeah, this is a tournament. The tournament is back now, PD. This is a tournament. And I don't know if you seen my video, the live I did the other day, and you was talking about Tank. Let me go ahead. You had brought up Tank, so I'm gonna go ahead and, I know I've been talking about heavyweights. I done dropped a lot of jewels in the last hour and a half, so I'm gonna take the show into another direction for about 10 or 15 minutes real quick. So PD was talking about Tank. So PD, let me tell you something. What I found out the other day, well, 2 months ago. I found out, because you were saying Tank, you know what I'm saying? And you know how I agree with that. I found out that Tank was lying about the Lomachenko fight. Bro, Tank, he screwed, bro. I know why Tank wants to retire. Tank lied about the Lomachenko fight being in negotiations, and so did allegedly Bob Arum. I'm gonna tell you why. Navarrete just said recently that if he was gonna beat Navarrete just said recently if he would have beat Baranchik in May, he was supposed to fight Lomachenko next. Now, you know about 135, right? Hey, you know what 135 is at right now. Who finna fight Baranchik in February? Keyshawn, right? Keyshawn Davis finna fight Baranchik. Who's Keyshawn calling out right now? Tank Davis. Navarrete said he was going to fight Baranchik. I mean, not Baranchik. Lomachenko for the 135 belt. And that would have been a unification. That would have been for 2 belts. That means the only 2 belts that would have been left is Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. If Navarrete would have fought Lomachenko, the winner of that fight, it would have only been 2 belts left at 135. It would have been Navarrete. I mean, it would have been Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. And Navarrete or Lomachenko would have been the guy who had the 2 belts. Now, around that time, I want to say the Tank Davis, when was the Tank Davis negotiations for? And when was the press conference for him and Frank Martin? Was that like before that was before the Devin Haney and Ryan fight, I think. He was like, yeah, I got Lomachenko next. I got Lomachenko next. And Bob was like, yeah, we're in negotiations. We're trying to negotiate with is that yeah, I agree with that. I think he still can. I think he still can, but what Tank and Inoue got to realize, Because I think anyway finna be 32 years old. Tank just turned 30. What they have to realize is Lamont Roach ain't finna get you ready for no Keyshawn Davis. As much as I like Lamont Roach, but I know it's a big difference between 130 and 135. Ain't no guys from 130 going up to 135 and just knocking people out. It's guys at 135 that's knocking people out at 135, but ain't no 130 going to 135 and knocking people out. That just ain't happening. That don't happen much in history ever. That ain't gonna ever happen. The way Keyshawn got that dude Lemos up out of there, and we gotta think about it. Keyshawn really only looked bad against Andrew Cruz, and Andy Cruz is like almost 30 years old right now. So the Keyshawn that fought Andy Cruz and the amateurs are a different kind of fight. Keyshawn fight like a pro. Andy Cruz look bad in the pros right now. The 30, ain't nobody knocking no 35s out from 130. So that's where I'm kind of like, man. And then you got to think about it too, PD. Keyshawn is working with Terrence Crawford people. So they know how Terrence Crawford was looking at 135 better than anybody. So if they sit up here and say, hey, I think Keyshawn will get Tank at 135, I got to believe them people. If they can co-sign and say that, you know I got to go with that. But I agree with what you're saying. But when they say that, though, I don't know. You know, Terrence Crawford was just at 135. So for them to have Keyshawn at 135 and feel like they can get Tank up out of there, I don't know, dog. So I'm kind of looking at it like that. And then I'm looking at the way he moving. He fighting 130 still. I don't respect that, man. You fight 130 still? Then they talking about Lamont Roach was saying I was supposed to fight Tank 2 years ago. That's why the fight for Hector Garcia was in D.C. It was going to be Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert lost. So then they said, okay, we're going to contact Lamont Roach. They contacted Lamont Roach. The fight didn't get done in time. They threw Hector Garcia in there. And I was like, why they fighting Hector Garcia in D.C.? That don't make sense. That was supposed to be Lamont Roach. So this dude fighting fights from 2 years ago that he was supposed to fight. So this dude is literally choosing opponents that he been waiting on for 2 years. Then you just fought Frank Martin, and Frank Martin ain't been boxing 10 years. I don't even think Frank Martin been boxing 10 years yet. I think Frank Martin been boxing like 7, 8 years probably. And you went 8 rounds with him? Yeah. I don't know. I got to go with Keyshawn right now if I did have to pick it. Just based off of that situation. Then Keyshawn looked good. And then, you know what Tank said recently in his press conference? Keyshawn been looking good. So why don't you fight him? I mean, Keyshawn's finna fight. Keyshawn just fought recently, and you're going to fight 2 or 3 weeks after he fights. So why don't you just fight him? So you're going to fight 2 or 3 weeks after Keyshawn, but against Lamont Roach, and he doesn't have a belt either? I'm like, okay. So they got him on Night Watch. He on the Neighborhood Watch program. If he don't fix that soon, 135 too deep right now. 135 too deep. He don't do nothing at 135. He can't go up to 140 doing that. He just can't. Because what's going to be bad for him is if Gary Antoine Russell get the belt at 140. That's going to be a bad style matchup for him. If Gary Antoine Russell can go out there, bounce back against Rayo, it's gonna be a bad style matchup at 140. So at 140, he's gonna have trouble. And at 135, and then I'm gonna tell you something else, PD, what I heard. And this came out of Edwin De Los Santos' mouth. Edwin De Los Santos said he heard Tank Davis get all the way up to 180. De Los Santos said I get up to like 160. Tank Davis can get up to all the way to like 180. I heard out his own mouth. Shoot, Tank might go to 140. No, I ain't see that. Tank might go to 140. It don't look like Tank ain't moving like he gonna stay at 145. Like he gonna stay at 135. The only thing I see Tank doing right now is fighting the guy who a champion. Lamont Roach. Oh my God. Man. Woo. That boy was breaking. Hey, he look like he break dancing like crazy legs, boy. Hey. Look at this picture. That boy break dancing like he in the Bronx. That man, wait. You said, Cap, I'm telling you, dog. He can't hold that weight off like he doing. If I see you this picture I seen of him and Richard Hitchens recently, man, that dude, Tank had a beer gut, bro. Tank had a beer gut recently. Like he had a gut. Like this is after the Frank Martin fight. This man had a beer gut. This man is gaining weight like to the point where he has a beer belly. Like hanging over your pants belly. I seen it recently with my own eyes. The way he blows up in between fights. Yeah, this is the way he blows up in between fights. He too big, man. Ooh, woo. That boy done twisted his leg around. God damn. So his foot is point. So that's the front of his foot. Ooh. God. That's his toes pointed back this way. Jesus. Oh my God. Yeah, I seen him. He got that daddy belly. That man breakdancing for real. That boy like turbo off breaking. Dang. What's that girl? Hey, what's that girl that was at the Olympics doing the breakdancing? Hey, you know what's crazy? He from the same country that girl who was breakdancing at the Olympics. What's that girl named? Raygun? Hey, bikini old girl from the same country. Oh my God, bro. I'm not right for this. I'm sorry, man. I ain't trying to make fun of this man injury, man. Oh my God. That boy that went out there and pulled a ray gun. Ah. Hey man, why you send me this, man? Hey man. Why you send me this, dog? Him and old girl from the same country and everything. That's messed up, man. That boy think he from the Bronx for real. Oh man. Oh my God. Man. That boy looked like he was practicing with Kyrie Irving. That boy Kyrie was out there. Dang. That's some and one mixtape type of stuff. Dang. I promise I ain't making fun of this man's injury. I promise I'm not. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, he would have did better than the old girl in the Olympics. He would have hit that, he would have definitely got the gold medal. This dude's foot is turned all the way around. What they call that? They call that ambidextrous, don't they? That boy, that boy put a gun. Y'all ever watch Gumby? His legs gonna be like Gumby when he get done. I don't know if y'all ever watched Gumby back in the day. He gonna have them Gumby legs when he get through. Bro, why you send me this, bro? Ah, ah. Okay, bro, I'm done, man. Ah. Oh my God, let me get back to Boston, man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, let me get back to boxing. Oh man. Whew. Boy, boy, boy. Oh my God. Man. Boy, y'all boys hilarious, man. I can't do it. I thought they said Crazy Legs was the one who and you know it's crazy? They said Crazy Legs was the one one of the first break dancers. Nah, this is definitely Crazy Legs. Oh man. That boy out here twisted up like Gumby. If y'all kids ain't watched Gumby before, go check out Gumby. Oh man. Oh my God, bro. Man. Woo. Man. Man, I can't do that, man. Yeah, let me find this picture real quick that I was talking about, PD. That dude was big as a house. Oh man, that's hilarious, boy. Yeah, they talking about get Hitchens to fight Boots. Man, y'all act like y'all can't find nobody to fight Boots, man. Now y'all want Hitchens to move up. Make that make sense. Let me see if I can find the picture though. Picture it. Man, the picture ain't even up there no more. I saved the picture too somewhere. It'll take me forever to find that picture. It would take me forever to find that picture. Unless I go on. Let me see, they got it on Twitter. Man, that's too funny right there, boy. I promise I ain't making fun of that man. Dang, the picture ain't up here no more. Man, he got a beer belly on that picture though. They done took the picture down. That's messed up. Oh, that's funny. Man, I can't stand you, Truth. I can't believe you put that up there. Oh, man. Oh, my God. No way this man was going to finish this fight, man. Oh, man. Yeah, he right. That dude's... Yeah, he was folded up, bro. He was folded up for real. Dang. Oh, my God. Hey, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, though. I know y'all see me laughing, but I ain't laughing at this man injury like that. Oh, my God. That's a bad look, boy. Oh, my God. Yeah, this boy is definitely serious. He hit him with a... I don't know. Y'all ain't from the 90s. They used to have crazy straws back in the day. That's definitely what that was. Oh, man. Let me take that down, man. I ain't trying to make fun of that man. I just literally seen it the same time y'all did. The same time. And they took that picture down when they were fat. Yeah, he had a beer gut, man. Yeah, they took the picture down. Yeah, he all right. Yeah, but Del Santos was like, man, I get up to 160. I seen taking like 180. Man, I don't know, man. He might not be lying, dog. I done seen Tank get up there. He can definitely go to 140. When you see these old pictures, dog used to be fat. He was on some Vito Corleone stuff. Can't find a picture though. See? Yeah, bro, definitely big. It's the only one I done seen though that I could find. It's an old picture though, but he was definitely fat. Man, Tank neck and head bigger than this heavyweight is. Yeah, he can hit 180. Yeah, Moses fighting better. People be asking me about Torres on here. Hey man, what about Richard Torres? What about him? What he gonna do? What is he gonna do? They saying Richard Torres because they don't believe in Jared Anderson. They didn't throw in the towel on Jared Anderson. They like, I was rocking with Jared Anderson, but you know. They like, I was rocking with Jared Anderson, but now I definitely ain't rocking with him. They didn't quit on him. I mean, Jared Anderson basically in the same position. I ain't gonna say the same, but he close to the same position that Dubois was in against Joe Joyce. In the heavyweight division, you always gotta bounce back. These guys too big, they throwing some powerful punches. You always gonna have to bounce back. Aaron crazy, man. Damn, James. That's hilarious, boy. Yeah, but he gonna have to do something soon though. Fighting guys at 130, you blowing up like this, boy, you better do something. You better do something. You out here looking like a mob boss. That's how big Vito Corleone used to be on The Godfather. I want to see him fight better competition though. This is Vito Corleone stuff. Yeah, that's definitely giving me Marlon Brando type of vibes right here. He got to shed that weight. Yeah, he could touch 130, 140. He stay at 135. It's gonna be somebody gonna catch him. I see now why he ain't fighting every 3 or 4 months. Cutting all that weight gonna add up to you. Fighting every 6 months. Well, right now it ain't even every 6 months. It ain't even every 6 months right now. That's way too big. That's way too big right there. That's definitely an old picture, but I can't find that one when he had that fat belly, man. They took that down ASAP. I know somebody was like, why you got that picture up there? Yeah, these dudes be blowing up. Talking about Devin Haney weight bully. All right. I hear you. But yeah, De Los Santos was like, man, dudes be getting up to 180, man. Well, he said 180. I'm like, nah, he don't be getting up to no 180. Shoot. Bro getting up to 180, man. I already know it. Look at how fat Bronner was recently. Oh, dang, they gonna show the picture. Yeah, he working out in a sauna suit, though. Hold on, this man stay in a sauna suit. What? I ain't even noticed this. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. I know I done cut weight before, but hold on. This man stay in a sauna suit, man. Yeah, that ain't a good look. And y'all know this, man. Once you get up in age, it's gonna be hard to keep that weight off. This man stay in a sauna suit. I just seen like 3 pictures when he in a sauna suit like this. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to keep that weight off as he get older. I'm telling you, it's gonna catch up to him. It's definitely gonna catch up. See, if everybody else, and you know what that gonna mean though? If he stay at lower weight classes, if Tank Davis stay at lower weight classes, you know what it gonna mean? Not that many big fights. Or not that many fights, period. We're gonna get like 1 or 2 fights a year. And that's it. We better be happy with it. So he had a big belly in that picture. So he had a big belly right here. Yeah, he better keep this weight off. Look, he had a big belly in this picture. Yeah, he be having that gut on him, man. I seen that recently. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you got going on. But if he in a real dog fight with one of these technicians, ain't no way, man, you can't step to Shakur like this. This dude got a gut. My dad used to walk around like this with a beer gut, drinking OE. It's one of them dope boys from Boys in the Hood type. Yeah, man, he got a gut, man. Yeah, he can get up to 180. Look at it. His belly hanging over his shorts. And this is an old video. This is like 3 years ago. So imagine how big he getting now. He can get up to 180. And that's the second person I heard say that. Somebody was like, De Los Santos, why don't you? He like, man, take me walking around at 180. Yeah, that's a confirm right there. That's definitely a confirmation right there. That's why he had a sauna suit on, if anybody noticed. So if anybody saying the weight bully stuff in the future, this is why. This man working out in a sauna suit and a knitted hat. And I already know that gym probably got 100 degrees in there. Man, how long you gonna be able to do that? That's why Canelo at 168 now. Canelo, I ain't finna be cutting no weight. I'm gonna have these guys fight at my walking around weight. I'm gonna pick who I want to fight. Benavidez, you at 68, you too big. I'm fighting at my walking around weight. You ain't walking around at 168, so I ain't gonna fight you. Beer belly. Yeah, you can't cut corners against a guy like Shakur Stevenson. That's what people gotta realize. All that moving around the ring and everything else and counter punching he gonna be doing and slipping punches. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to you can tell who stay in the gym, man. You can get away with that with some of these other guys. I'm telling you, bro. When it comes to Tank and Canelo, the guys they fighting, no disrespect to them, but they gonna end up getting targets on their backs because they're gonna be like, man, that's the guy who Tank fought. If you really look at it, And after they fight certain guys, them guys like, I'm retiring. Canelo, that was my retirement fight. The only person that's really active that Canelo fought is Caleb Plant. And that McCombie fight, it was good, but he wasn't extraordinary in that fight, even though he had a long layoff. Shoot, everybody got long layoffs these days. But a lot of these guys they fighting, man, ain't really doing nothing. That's what makes your resume better in boxing. When you fight somebody and the dude get a lot better after you fight him. But look at that, John Ryder, he retired already. John Ryder just fought Canelo last year. He like, I'm retired. Golovkin retired. Bivol, he beat Canelo, he's still going. Billy Joe Saunders retired. I don't know if y'all seen that video of Billy Joe Saunders on here. That's why that weight bullet thing, man, that's something people got to stay away from, man. A lot of these guys is really weight bullies. Look how big Billy Joe is. This how Tank be blowing up right here. This is how Tank when Belly was looking when I seen that picture. This dude looking bad too, man. Canelo talking about some Benavidez too big. Man, I ain't never seen Benavidez look this big. This dude look like Andrew Ruiz in this picture. It's dudes behind Billy Joe that's fatter than him. I mean, well, Billy Joe fatter than the guys behind him. He the fattest dude in the room. That's why certain guys don't get in the ring with people. Oh, that's a horrible look. I'm telling you, a lot of these guys' resumes gonna be looking irregular after a while. Yildirim, telling you, boy. When people say Canelo got a resume, man, he can do whatever he want. Sure, okay. Okay. Mind you, I just told everybody the other day didn't even realize this. But I'm gonna go back and say this. Canelo has only, I know people say Canelo will knock out Terrence Crawford. Canelo has only knocked out one black guy in his whole career. He's only knocked out one black guy. And he's only fought a couple. He's only fought the black guys that Canelo fought. He only fought Charlo. He only fought, let me see. That's why people made such a big deal when Canelo fought Charlo. They like, oh, he finally beat a black guy again. He fought Charlo at 154. He fought Danny Jacobs. It took this dude 4 years to fight another black guy. He don't fight Mexicans. You don't fight blacks either. It look like. It look like you done fought more Mexicans than you did black guys. This dude fought Kirkland. That's the only knockout he got against a black American fighter. It's Kirkland. That's it. So when people be saying Canelo will knock out Terrence Crawford, okay, do you want to bet your life and your house on it? Because you're going to lose everything you do that. And Munguia just went 12 with him. Y'all know how much flack I got for saying, why is Canelo fighting Munguia? I don't think people understand that. I got a lot of flack for saying that, why is Munguia? Oh man, you think everybody's a bum, man. You don't think nobody's good. Why can't Canelo fight Munguia? Munguia's a good fighter. He is a good fighter. But he ain't the best available. That's just like saying, hey, man, I want to see Michael Jordan. If I could say, if I want to see Michael Jordan in his prime right now, play somebody. Who y'all gonna want to see Michael Jordan play right now in his prime? If Michael Jordan was in his prime right now, who would y'all want to see Michael Jordan fight? I mean, play basketball against. Now think about that. Now, is that basketball player that you think about, is he the equivalent of a Munguia in boxing? No. People will say, well, I want to see LeBron against Michael Jordan. Munguia ain't no LeBron. He never was. Then we go to Berlanga. So now Berlanga gonna have pressure on him to fight. You know what everybody gonna say? That's the guy that Canelo fought. I'm gonna try to get him up out of there. You got Berlanga talking about he gonna fight, they talking about Gabe Rosado right now. Like, are we serious, man? And y'all putting pressure on Benavidez? Ain't Benavidez and Berlanga the same age? And look at this resume. And against Angulo. And guess what Angulo did against Benavidez? Got knocked out. The only guy that knocked out Angulo was Benavidez. Got him up out of there. ASAP. Canelo resume in 5 years is gonna be looking like a regular resume. He don't even know it. See, I'm trying to help these boxers out. To be honest with you, it ain't my resume. It's your resume. It's your resume. It's gonna be a lot of people asking this guy, hey man, why you didn't fight this guy and that guy, that guy? Oh, I fought everybody that they asked me to fight. I didn't ask you to fight John Ryder and all these guys. No way. It's a lot of people cutting corners in boxing. It's gonna catch up real soon. It's a lot of people cutting corners. I'm telling y'all that now. Usyk ain't cutting no corners. It's a lot of boxers that's cutting corners. That pound for pound list got a lot of people confused right now. It's a lot of boxers cutting corners. A lot of them. They don't wake up soon, they gonna realize these young guys don't care about none of that stuff they talking about. Don't nobody care about none that Canelo, Tank, none of these guys talking about. Even Fury and Joshua, none of these guys. They don't care about what these guys talking about now. They looking at them like a meal. Once you start paying your own bills, ain't nobody worrying about none of that. These guys they fight now, they paying their bills. They trying to get their mama a house. What old boy said in that one song? I'd rather see your mama cry than my mama cry. And that's how they look at it. This dog eat dog right here. Man, 2025 gonna be a lovely year. People don't know what's gonna happen in 2025. It's gonna be a lovely year. 2024 hasn't even been that, to be honest with you, 2025 ain't really even been, 2024, this year ain't really been that big of a deal. If you think Rayo versus Pitbull was a big upset, okay. Wait till next year. Wait until next year. Like when everybody was talking about Ryan Garcia and Haney situation. I was like, okay, it's fine. If you think Ryan Garcia won, I have no problem with it. Who are you gonna fight next? You remember when they used to leave the phone off the hanger back in the day? He used to be going, That's what's going on right now when you ask that question. Hey, who y'all want to see Canelo fight next? They'll say they don't want to see Canelo fight Terrence Crawford. But what you want to see Canelo fight? You don't want to see Benavidez. You say he's too big. What about the Bivol rematch? Well, I will only rematch. Canelo will only rematch Bivol. That Bivol got 4 belts. So that ain't a real serious fight. So Bivol got to go out do all the hard work for him to even fight Canelo, a guy he already beat. That ain't a serious fight. He ain't trying to fight Bitterbill if he wins. He could have easily stepped in and said, you know what? I'm gonna use my status. I want to fight Bitterbill right now. Let's go ahead and make that happen. Set it up. I would say in the last 12 months, Bitterbill is going to fight more than Canelo has. Canelo said he's going to fight 3 times this year. He ain't fought 3 times. He said he wanted to do a trilogy with Munguia if the fight would have went well the first time. But he ended up knocking Munguia down and everything else, and with no need for a rematch, I guess. I mean, a trilogy. But he even thought about that, though. The thought of even having that happen is terrible. These are supposed to be the faces of boxing we're talking about. And the only person that's actually being asked to fight somebody right now is Benavidez, Haney, Canelo, Crawford, and Usyk. For some reason, people look at Usyk's resume and they think somehow Berlanga, Munguia, Charlo, Ryder, a 40-year-old Golovkin, Bivol, that's a good name on your resume. Caleb Plant, good name. Billy Joe Saunders, come on. Yildirim, Callum Smith, old beat up Kovalev, Danny Jacobs, that's a good win. Rocky Fielding, you know, they got this Triple G. Without Triple G on his resume, it looks subpar. Then you got this Julio Chavez Jr. Come on, man. Liam Smith. Then you got Amir Khan. Like, I didn't ask for these fights, man. I really didn't. I would have been okay with this guy fighting Charlo them back then. He could have fought Charlo instead of Liam Smith. I mean, Charlo them was at 54. So instead of fighting Charlo, you fight Liam Smith. You do got Cotto on here at the end of his career. This Lara fight, come on, man. Somebody had a 117, 111. Look at these scorecards. They had 117 for Canelo. Then another dude had a 115. Then another dude had a 113 for Canelo. What kind of scorecards are these? Then he fought Angulo. And this dude been suspended. He's suspended until 2025. This dude ain't fought in like 4 or 5 years. I got it, everybody knocked out. Then this Trout fight, we know how that went. I mean, there's good names on here. Names. But when they hang up their career, what is their career gonna be consisted of? Now, the way Benavidez moving, you ain't gotta. It's the way they put pressure on Benavidez to fight the best right now. That lets you know already. They asked this man to move up in weight classes. I ain't got nobody on here to check out my live. They be blocking me when I be talking about certain things, man. When I be bringing certain names up, bro, my bottom of my screen be going. Arr. They be knowing what I'm talking about. Y'all don't be knowing, bro. Behind the scenes, they be dragging me on YouTube, man. For real, for real. They get me on YouTube bad. I got several YouTube channels, but boxing, that's when it gets serious. People are very sensitive about their boxing. Especially when it's like factual and you can prove it, it gets serious out here. Just letting y'all know. It get very serious. The truth do not get celebrated. It gets very serious out here in Boston. I'm telling you. It's a very dangerous game. We already see right now, It ain't no jokes about Tyson Fury today. You ain't finna see none. We gonna see how many people gonna celebrate Usyk. Sit back and find out how many guys gonna celebrate Usyk right now. We'll see. Y'all see anybody sitting back celebrating Usyk right now? I'm telling you. Ryan Garcia gets celebrated more than Usyk does in boxing. It ain't really about the technical skills in boxing no more. Let me see. Let me go down this list of boxing. Terence Crawford. Congratulations to Usyk. Oh my God. This dude right here, man. This dude is the biggest nut hugger of all time, bro. This dude right here is the biggest nut hugger of all time. I can't stand this dude, man. Fury fought a terrific, disciplined, excellent fight. Bare minimum. Some of these dudes out here can do the bare minimum and be celebrated. This is the problem with boxing. And this is why people be breaking up race in boxing. If y'all want to know why people break up race in boxing, because dudes like this, they celebrate certain guys that look just like them, and then people like gotta bring it up. People be like, why y'all always bringing up race in boxing? Because of dudes like this. He fought a terrific fight. Dudes can do the bare minimum. Bro, he lost to a cruiserweight, man. Period. I'm trying to make it seem like it's way different than what you lost to a cruiserweight. Let's just tell the history of it. Dude gained 20 pounds, he lost to a cruiserweight. He fought a disciplined fight. How you fight a disciplined fight when you fought the same fight you did last time? And you gained 20 pounds and hung over the guy like you was a jacket. On a clothes hanger. This is the problem with boxing right here. Right here. And look how many likes it got. And people love this stuff. They eat it up. Exactly. Somebody said, and look how many likes this dude got. And this is what people agree with. No likes. This dude got no likes. He the top comment on the page. This is the problem with boxing right here. This is the exact problem with boxing. This is why people don't like me to expose this crap. Look at this. Zero. This dude got zero. He the top comment on this tweet right here. He the first comment you see. You can go look at the tweet right now. He the first comment you see. And look what it says. Dan, listen to me. You're a good kid, but take this right here. Lay off the wine, kid. Fury fought discipline. What fight were you watching? Fury didn't fight discipline. He fight like he just rolled out of bed after a plate of Ratagoon. I don't know what that is. How to say that? I ain't know. Rigatoni or whatever it is. Rigatoni. That wasn't what he said. That wasn't discipline. That was lazy. And Usyk, yeah, he's good. Exactly, man. These dudes, come on, Joshua fought better than that. Joshua actually stepped to him. Oh my God, man. And then you got out. Man. Bruh. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, but I don't look for approval from anybody when it comes to things like this. And this is the reason why. Fought a terrific discipline fight. Man, you supposed to go out there and maul that guy. They talking about he had all this power and stuff against Wilder. Man, I told y'all what it was. Dude was using his weight. He went up there and tried to lean on him, everything else. I told people, the dude leans on people. His next strategy was going to be to lean on him. People say he should have roughed him up. He should have leaned on Usyk. That has nothing to do with boxing. Roughing somebody up and leaning on them. How about you use your boxing skills and your reach advantage like everybody been saying you have? This dude's supposed to be one of the best boxers in the game, pound for pound. He's supposed to be one of the best boxers. He got outboxed by a cruiserweight who's not known for just going out there and outboxing people at a very, 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 very high level. Like I said, if you go back to the Derek Chisora fight, I think Usyk had a close fight in that fight. Man, and these are the guys we have reporting the news over the last couple of years, the last decade or two, and we wonder why ain't no truth, why we got to go to the internet and hear the truth about boxing. All the judges in this last fight had it 116 to 112 for Usyk. Against Chisora, you had two judges that had it 115, 113. What'd that tell you? Against Joshua, they had a 115, 113, 116, 112. And the last fight was a split decision. And they had a split decision for the first fight between Usyk and see, I told y'all, man. If y'all would have listened to me, we would have never even seen that fight yesterday. We could have went straight into your boy. We could have went straight into Daniel Dubois. Everybody just needed to see that rematch so bad. They just needed to see the rematch so bad. If I was Usyk, I'd say, man, I'm retiring unless I go to cruiserweight. Tired of y'all trying to have me rematch every UK heavyweight twice. Why I gotta rematch every UK heavyweight twice? Ain't nobody noticed that? He got to rematch every UK heavyweight he's fought twice. Except Derek Chisora. Twice. At least. Can't just take the L like a man, huh? We need to get back. This man a cruiserweight, he got to rematch heavyweights twice. I mean, if that ain't trying to make somebody lose on purpose, I don't know what it is. That's like somebody getting beat in the video game. Like, run it back, run it back. I just beat you in Madden, man. What you want me to do? I run it back. I want you to run it back. Why? I just beat you. Oh, I don't care about that. Run it back, run it back. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Every UK heavyweight gets a rematch. Yeah, if y'all ain't noticed it by now. They gonna get a rematch. They gonna get a rematch. They gonna definitely get a rematch. The heavyweight division is way bigger than just one country, man. That's what Usyk showed me. If don't nobody else want to say it, I'll say it. And we also realized that, and I'm gonna say one thing too, we also seen that certain guys, when they get done worse than what, man, it just blows my mind. Wilder ain't never went out there and looked as bad as Joshua did against Daniel Dubois. And this man is still getting talked about like he's just the elite of the elite. It's crazy how popularity has taken over the sport of boxing. And this is why Jake Paul is able to ride this algorithm like he is. It's going to be more Jake Pauls out here. It's going to be more Jake Pauls than it's going to be Usyk's. He's going to be able to ride this algorithm out forever. He's going to be able to coast off of it because the popularity, it's about who the fans, the popularity. It ain't about who the best. It ain't about who the best. Box Rec got Joshua number 4 still. Like, man, come on, man. They got him number 4, and look at the losses he got. This Wilder almost got 50 fights, and he got 4 losses. And they like, oh, his career is over. Joshua only got 32 fights and got 4 losses. And they like, well, he could still be ranked high because, you know, because what? Still ain't fought Zhang in the pros. This boy, Big Baby Miller, got 1 loss, and it should be 1 loss and 1 draw. He got 1 loss and 2 draws. They got him all the way at the bottom of the list. Jermaine Franklin got 2 losses, got him all the way at the bottom of the list. But they got Michael Hunter 10 though, and they just put him up there just because of Bacoli. Well, we don't want the guy that beat Bacoli to be outside the top 10, so let's put him up there. They got Chisora number 17, so y'all got Chisora over who? You got Chisora over Wilder? Chisora got 13 losses? Ah. Oh my God, man. Chisora got 13 losses, bro. And this man is number 17. This is wild. This is wild to me. I already know who y'all don't like, bro. I ain't even gotta ask y'all who y'all don't like. I know who y'all don't like. And I know who you love. Only certain people get celebrated after a loss. You got people talking about Usyk was not that great in this fight. Fury should have won. Fury won all day. Until they get fixed, man, like I was saying. Fury team is demanding a trilogy. He can't get his way. You got people talking about Usyk is not like that. Oh my God, bro. It's so bad out here. I'm gonna pray for the future of boxing though. I'm gonna pray for the future of boxing. At this rate, man, ain't no way you can hold a Jake Paul down. Ain't no, at this rate. This dude's a hater. Oh man, this dude is a hater. This dude is a hater. Yeah, I'm logging off after seeing this. I see the type of people I'm talking to out here now in the world. This dude's a hater. This dude's a hater. This right here proves this dude's a hater. This the most biased dude I ever seen in boxing. Glad he doesn't report on ESPN no more. This dude's a hater. This dude's a hater. Now, if this dude's a hater. This guy's a hater. For real. At least Chisora keeping it 100. See, Chisora, he a nice guy. He keeping it 1,000. That's why I respect Chisora. See, Chisora, he not a hater. Chisora giving him his respect. Oh, I forgot Usyk. Man, Usyk ran through everybody. Usyk ran through Tony Bellew. Man, he fought enough UK fighters, man. That's a wrap. Forgot about that. This is what Chisora posted. He said, what can I say? We effed up. This man fought Chisora, Tony Bellew, Daniel Dubois, Fury, Joshua. And y'all talking about another fight? Just tell me you want the man to get beat, man. Just tell me you want the man to get beat. It is what it is. I'm cool with that. Just tell me you want the man to get beat. That's it. Just tell me you want the man to get beat, and that's it, man. Now Usyk getting the backlash. See, it don't matter. Usyk getting the backlash that he would have got if anybody else, like somebody like Wilder, would have won. That's all he getting. That's all he getting. The man ain't get celebrated the first time he beat Fury. To be real with you. Yeah, man, I feel sorry for what's her name? Usyk, man. They ain't gonna give him his credit. I already see it now. Floyd don't even get credit. They didn't give Canelo more credit than they gave Floyd. I ain't never heard Floyd when he was fighting tell people people say he can do whatever he want. This man retired and everything. They still complaining about who he fighting. No, I'm not finna be an old man hearing that same kind of narrative push. I heard somebody recently say if you got a problem with it, do something about it. I'm doing it now. And I'm the only one that's gonna do it. But that's all I got, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through, checking me out today. PD, Aaron, Truth, everybody who came through. I don't want to miss nobody's names. Porco. Appreciate you for coming through, man. Dropping the cash app. Super chat on your boy. Sway. They love Sway. Appreciate you for coming through, dog. Big Win. Shout out to you, man. My boy Big Win was in here with me yesterday too. I know all y'all was in here yesterday. Appreciate all of y'all for coming through, supporting the channel. We done came a long way, man. It's about to be the end of 2024. I appreciate y'all for always supporting, hitting the like button, coming through on a Sunday, chilling with me. I know we always might not agree, but I appreciate y'all for supporting me even when I don't agree with y'all or y'all don't agree with me. It just shows maturity and everything else from me and everybody else trying to grow. I can get better as well. I learn from y'all. Trust me, when y'all say stuff, I think about it more than y'all realize. But yeah, this right here, this just goes to show, man, they waving flags in countries too much. This is why when people think I say that, they think I'm disrespectful. This is why I don't. This is why I say that, because the flag waving, it's getting obvious in the sport. At this point right now, it's getting obvious. Until it changes, it's just gonna be a bad look overall. It's gonna be a bad look. This man can do no more in boxing. He can retire right now and quit. These guys that's on the ground in front of him, they did nothing that he's done in boxing. But they getting pushed to the same level. Or they've been pushed to the same level. They've been pushed over him, actually. They've been put ahead of him all these years. They've been put over him all these years. And people out here talking about Canelo is 34 years old and he's done and he don't got to do nothing and he's starting to decline. Usyk is 37, about to be 38 in 3 weeks. He's going to be 38 years old. If anybody has done enough, he's done enough. Until that narrative change, I know that people out here being biased and it's getting exposed. And 2025 is going to get worse.